Hey Taurus, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your second reading of July. This is going to be a timeless general reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. When I say timeless, I mean literally whatever time you find this video, this message, it will be relevant for you. So just because it's being posted in July of 2020, if you find it in August, September, July of 2021, doesn't matter. The message will come to you when you need it. It'll be just as relevant then as it is the day of filming. My only ask, because this is general, only take the parts that resonate. If something pops up in the message that doesn't fit your circumstance, if I'm talking about a relationship and you're worried about work, obviously that piece isn't for you. So leave that on the table, take the rest, all right? So with this reading, I'm really focusing on the energies surrounding you concerning this eclipse energy we have. We finally are out of eclipse season. We had our third and final eclipse of the summer with the lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Now, just because we're out of eclipse season does not mean we're out of eclipse energy, right? So we have this energy for a good 6 months. So, pretty much through the rest of the year. And that's going to bring about a lot of shifts and change. Personally, and this, not personally, personally for you, this can change depending on your rising sign. So this bit, if this doesn't make sense, if you're a Taurus sun and this doesn't really connect, I would definitely watch the beginning part of your rising video. But generally what Taurus are going through with this eclipse is really releasing and letting go of some old, outdated beliefs and patterns. We're going to take both of those. Yeah. Because they're just not serving you anymore. Like I said, they're outdated. They're no longer helping. Maybe they did once. They're not helping anymore. All right. So you guys got Lady Nada. Beautiful card, Heart Awakening. So you are beginning to open up, right? Especially emotionally. This could be on many levels. This could be opening to romance. This could just be, about being more compassionate or, putting you in a space of receiving. Prompt reads, awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So what some of you could be letting go, maybe creating imbalance. Maybe you're giving more than you're receiving, or vice versa. Maybe you're taking more than you're giving. And it's time for that to be calibrated in a way. Ooh, let's see if I can say this right. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. So here we have this heart chakra opening with heart awakening, and then also more expansion on a soul and spiritual level, right? Your consciousness is expanding, yes. You understand the connection between all things. So, yes, with these two cards together, I do think it's about the balance between you and those around you. And this could be people that are close to you, this could be strangers, could be coworkers, could be all. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to depend on where you are and where this applies. This could be between you and your lover, could be many things. So, for soul expansion, this to me is way more personal. Right? This is about how, your understanding on how things play out, your place in the world, how you fit into this system, all that kind of stuff. Where, are you in full alignment? Are you doing what you love to do? Are you doing it to your best ability? All of that. This heart awakening is taking this, just outside of your own personal being, your own personal self, and how does that translate to the people you're with throughout the day? And again, could be anywhere. Coworkers, family, lover, strangers on the street. But it's really about your place and how all of these pieces fit together, because we are all extensions of spirit, therefore extensions of each other. We're all connected in some way, in some form. Oop. Must be 8 o'clock with that little horn going off. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It goes off every day at 8. Fun fact, my kitties know what time to eat because we always feed them at 8 o'clock. So the second this goes off, they're all like, haha, it's food time. We're probably going to start running around pretty soon. All right. I have to talk to Taurus first, and then you get to eat. Okay. Let's get your tarot. It got so soft all of a sudden. So before we flip, all right. So bottom of the deck is the Devil. So, could be just indicative of the significance of this eclipse. The Devil card is the card for Capricorn, so it may just be talking about the season, not the season, the eclipse, or eclipse season, and just how it's going to begin to shift for you. But I will say this devil card, the first thing I think of when I see it is about these old beliefs. I think they have, oh, you can't see it. All right, we're gonna, he'll just be peeking in from the corner, I guess. You can get a little peek. Because the devil always speaks to, yes, addictions is always the first thing we always talk about, but addictions in the sense that this is something that has control over you, right? The devil is a manipulator. He takes advantage of your vices and your weaknesses to get you to behave in a certain way or get you to do certain things. And usually these things are quite destructive for you. So this is about those bad behaviors that don't paint you in the right light, definitely don't help you to grow and kind of make the connections that you want to. That's what we're facing here. So we're up against some demons, but this is an eclipse that's trying to remove them, trying to release them from you. And a lot of what's going to happen is probably going to be focused on raising your awareness to what these behaviors and what these patterns are. All right? Now, the reason I say they're bringing your attention to it, because we start off with a great card, Wheel of Fortune. So all about bringing in good fortune, shifting things. Things are rotating. You're getting like a new burst of energy to come in. That's what's going to help kind of move everything forward, which we love. Now, there is some struggle bussy energy here with this Ten of Wands. Lots of burdens, lots of things weighing you down. So some of this behavior could have come because of certain stresses, certain, I almost want to say duties and responsibilities that you felt that, have you hunched over with all the weight you have to support. So some of these behaviors could come out of this stress, right? Not a bad thing, happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. Then we're following that up with this Three of Pentacles, which is about support, working together, teamwork. This, I think, comes with this Wheel of Fortune. This is what the Wheel of Fortune is trying to, spin out. Because, right, if you think of a wheel and it turns, one thing is on the rise, one thing is falling, right? Depending on what side of the wheel you're on. Oh, here, perfect example. Here's my lovely little sphere. So if there was, it's almost like, here we have the Three of Pentacles, like the support coming in, and then we have the Ten of Wands, right? The stress, the burden, things that are, weighing us down, making us feel heavy. As the wheel spins, support rises as the stress decreases, right? One thing rises as one thing falls. To me, that's what these two cards are showing. What's falling away is the stress, and it's being replaced by teamwork, right? And that's a big thing with this heart awakening, right? Because if we're not connecting to people and not getting their support and getting their trust and feeling that relationship grow, they're not going to be there when the moment comes, right? They'll be like, oh, why am I going to help you? Why am I going to help you? But that's going to require you facing these demons, right? Because if you're still behaving this way, this isn't going to come. The wheel's going to turn, no one's going to be on the other side. So, and we definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want that. And, I'm kind of warning you of that now, because here we have the Five of Swords. This could totally be a lot of hurt feelings. And if this doesn't change, if this behavior, if you let the devil run you, you're going to be burning some bridges, Taurus. And I don't even say this in a way that you're like a malicious person, because you could be doing this unintentionally. You could be, again, acting out of this stress, not meaning for it to come off as harsh or not intending it to feel like an attack, but the people who are receiving it, this could be what they're experiencing, and then they're just not going to deal with it. They're not going to want to support you. They're not going to want to help out, right? So this is a big awakening on how you fit into, the workplace, this relationship, because I'm telling you, things are going to change. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, bit of a double-edged sword, but I think you guys can handle it. And I think you guys are going to rise above it. So, with this Wheel of Fortune, we do have the Six of Swords. Beautiful card, because it is about things getting easier. The promise that things will improve. You kind of have the rainbow echoed together in these two cards. One with the literal rainbow here in the Six of Swords. And then the rainbow string in the Wheel of Fortune, right? So rainbows are a promise. So I can say things definitely going to get better. So this wheel is bringing you movement and positive movement forward, because that's what this eclipse is trying to do for you. with this Ten of Wands, this is the one part where I'm like, oh, this could be a little sticky depending on what you do. Because Justice, which is the card clarifying your Ten of Wands. Now, this is the card for Libra, so some of you might be dealing with the Libra, especially if we're talking about a pairing in a relationship. Could be with the Libra, or someone who has strong Libra placements. What I think this is karma. Because Justice is the equalizer, right? It's the balance. What you put in is what you get out, right? It's the natural order of things. So for those of you who take this lesson and use it positively to grow and are open to it and receptive to it and are humble to it, the reward will be great. For the like I was saying, for those of you who continue to lash out and act out of this space, you know, you're going to get your just rewards. You know, there won't be that much support when you need it later on. So definitely something to be aware of. To me, this is like that big cautionary sign from the universe saying, hey, you're in this wonderful moment to make things better and to shift things and improve them. But, you know, based on your actions, we'll decide on how well it all turns out in the end, right? You have these like two cats just judging you. Real kitty-like, just judging you. Like, what you going to do? And it's so funny that these are like my cats. I have a black one and a white one. So I totally relate. And literally they will just sit there and judge you all day. All day. Then we have this Three of Pentacles being clarified by the Moon. Now, yes, the Moon deals with secrets, things we don't fully see, things we aren't really aware of, right? Things coming to light. Having it clarify this Three of Pentacles, I do think what's coming in, especially with this wheel, is one, unexpected, right? Because secrecy, we're dealing with things done in the dark and done in the shadows. So having it under the Three of Pentacles makes me kind of instantly feel that there's more support around you or out there or accessible to you than you're aware of. And like if I were to put this into an example, this could be like, let's put this in a workplace. Well, let's put it in a workplace. That might be the easiest place to think about it. And let's say that you're on this team together and you kind of feel like no one really cares about your input, cares about what you have to say, feel like they're not listening to you. And that could also come from a place where you don't think they are equal. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you think that, it's just a possibility. But on surface level it may look like that, or to your perception it may look like that. But really what this Moon is saying is that there is help out there. There are people you can connect to, there are people that you can trust, there are people that got your back. And if they're not fully present now, there's people who would be willing to, right? If you reach out, if you make that connection, all right? Because here with the Death card coming up, which is all about transformation, right? It's about, you know, going from one phase to another. And to me, the Death card rarely is painful, because death itself isn't painful, right? I always use the example of like when a tree falls. So you have this big old tree, falls down, now you just have this like log that's starting to rot and decay away, but out of it grows new life. Excuse me. Whether it be, you know, grass grows over it, mushrooms start growing out of it, but it's not painful, right? Like the tree is not being cut into a bunch of pieces. It just happens. It's a natural process, right? So if you can kind of flow with this energy and be open and receptive and take these little cues, excuse me, don't know where these sneezes are coming from. This kind of just happens. You just kind of shift into this new version. And what that's going to do, it's going to heal any of this contention with this Five of Swords. And again, in a natural way, not a way that has to blow up and then it gets better. It just kind of fades away. It just kind of fades away as people start coming together, as people start to see, you know, this difference in you. And honestly, I would say they probably get to see the truer, more authentic you that's not being, you know, messed with, you know, by this energy and by this stress. So when this wheel turns, I just love the idea that as this wheel turns, the stress goes away, which kind of frees you up. It makes you feel lighter, and that's where this change in behavior goes. And really what you have to do is let this go, right? You have to let this fall away. And as it falls away, then you get to change your behavior. Don't act in that mindset where, oh, I've been stressed, and you just kind of act out of the same patterns. Just because you've probably become accustomed to it, or it's just been going on for so long, you're like, oh, this is just the way it is now. You know, as these things fade away, you need to have the presence of mind to see that things are getting easier, see things that are lighter, and see that you don't have the same type of hold and restrictions that are were holding you back before or stressing you out before, and act accordingly. As that behavior changes, the environment around you and the support you're receiving will change as well. There will be a much more positive, beneficial response to your shift as these elements kind of fall away. All right, my lovelies. I'm going to call your reading there. I think it's a beautiful message. I'm excited to see what comes up for you as time continues forward. I want to send you all my love. I'm thinking about you and hoping you guys are doing well and staying safe and sane during all this crazy. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button and join our happy little family here. Thank you all for all your love and support. The Timeless Tuesday reading is up for this week. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. It's a new thing I'm kind of playing with on the channel, something for us to enjoy. If you like it, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you liked, what you want to see more of. I'm kind of open and evolving this channel as time goes by. But with that, sending you love. Take care, Taurus, and I will see you next week. Bye.